Chapter 70, The Torture of Voices. What's this look for? You got this. You're a pro now, right? Gojo looked at Geto's serious face and squeezed his shoulder. Sure, if nearly losing control counts as pro, Geto muttered. He was irritable and tired. His gaze followed Yaga as he sealed the training room. Gojo pivoted to make eye contact with him. The voices can wait. They've been there this whole time and you're still standing strong. You're stronger than whatever's in there, Gojo tried to reassure him. All right, you two. Time to focus. Geto, brace yourself. You know what to do, Yaga said as he approached. Geto felt his heart lurch against his chest, but he held his left arm out to Yaga. Gojo stepped back a few paces. Yaga placed a hand over Geto's arm. The sigils glowed under Yaga's hand, and the binding started to unseal itself. Geto thought he had been prepared to rein in his cursed energy. When he felt the current running through his body, he reached out to contain it, but the voices were ready too. Fucking hell, look who's here. Stop playing games. You keep pulling back because you know you can't win. You really think he's going to save you? Geto almost had a grip over the current, but lost it. He shook his head and tried it again, but the buzz in his body felt stronger and faster, a roller coaster out of control, and he was just a bystander watching it whiz by. Yaga and Gojo felt the air thicken around them. You've got this, Suguru. Easy, Gojo's voice cut through. A bead of sweat rolled down Geto's temple. He reached out again, and his psyche held on to the current for a hopeful moment before it let go. Stop trying to shut us out. He'll leave you, just like everyone else. You really think he's going to save you? The words dug in like hooks, pulling on what little he had holding things together. His breath hitched. I know you can hear us. Stop denying the truth. He's only going to hurt you in the end. Something in Geto cracked. Shut up, he muttered under his breath. The air snapped. You don't belong to him. You belong to us. I said, Geto's voice rose, shut up. His cursed energy surged, radiating outward. The air shuddered with it. For a heartbeat, everything was chaos. His rage fed the cursed energy. The cursed energy triggered the voices, a vicious cycle spiraling out of control. Geto was trying to reel it in and tear it apart at the same time. His vision blurred and his hands shook. Geto, breathe. Don't fight it all at once. Ground yourself, Yaga shouted. The seals he placed around the chamber flared, trying to counteract the excess energy. Geto couldn't hear him. Cursed energy lashed out in bursts as his focus fractured on both containing and destroying. You've always been ours. Suguru? Gojo stepped into the swirling mess of Geto's cursed energy. Look at me. He grabbed Geto's wrist, blanketing his cursed energy over Geto's and cutting through the chaos with his presence. Geto's breaths were uneven and ragged. Sweat poured down his temples. His eyes were wild, pupils blown wide. Suguru, look at me. Come on. Gojo's grip on Geto's wrist tightened, trying to anchor him. Geto's gaze finally turned to Gojo. They don't get to have you. You're mine, Gojo said firmly, disputing everything the voices were saying. Gojo's words hit Geto, and he fought for control, cursed energy flickering. He pulled it in, little by little. Gojo held on to him. Yaga stood near, on standby, realizing that Geto was fighting two battles. No wonder the control isn't sticking. Gojo didn't let go until Geto's cursed energy stopped flickering in the space around them. The room calmed down and quieted, but Geto was in anguish. He pulled out of Gojo's grip. Why can't I just... Geto's voice cracked, then the words died in his throat, choked by his frustration. He hated how he was slipping backward, stuck in a fight that never seemed to end. I'm supposed to be getting better. Geto's frustration boiled over into tears. His body shook. Gojo stepped in close, reaching his hand out to cradle the back of Geto's neck, steady but gentle. This isn't failure. This is fighting, Gojo said softly. He kept his cursed energy wrapped around Geto's. Yaga stayed back, silent, watching. This wasn't a technical lapse. This was survival playing out in real time. Geto knows his fate rests on if the higher-ups judge him as a failure or success. Gojo leaned in closer and whispered to Geto, "I'm not going anywhere." He held on to Geto until he was finally able to pull the rest of his cursed energy inward again. Nobody noticed right away. The parchment from Geto's arm hung in the air. Then it drifted to the floor, soft and unassuming, as if the worst things always arrived without a sound.